What's going on, my good people? It's your chill brother from another Mr. All About My Biz. Still out here handling my biz so I can take care of my future kids. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for another episode of the Champions Lounge, man. Listen, I need you guys, as always, go to Spotify, Anchor, Spreaker, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and the YouTube channel is the Champions Lounge, where you're going to get exclusive content each and every solitary week from your boy, Kyle Turn. Because listen, we're going to make sure we give you that barbershop talk. Make sure you leave with that Champions walk, baby, all right? So listen, like, comment, share. Make sure you share with everybody, and I mean everybody, okay? Your mama, your daddy, your grandpa, your cousins, Nene, Boo-Boo, or everybody. Just go tell everybody. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel that is the Champions Lounge right now, okay? And make sure we continue to build this thing up each and every solitary week, because you know what, champions, we ain't regular. We ain't regular out here, and ain't no time for us to be regular whatsoever when you're trying to build yourself into being the champion, all right? So listen, y'all. The topic of discussion for this show is think oven, not microwave. We talked a little bit about this on the Dallas City Brown Show, a little bit of the plug. Give you a little bit of a preview of what's to come on this episode of the Champions Lounge, all right? So listen, enough of the fluff. Let's get right into the stuff. Let's get right into the opening tip. So listen, y'all, we got the opening tip going. It's close to All-Star Weekend, but we had some trades from the trade deadline. Sorry for the wait in my best Drake. Had a lot of different things going on, but listen, we out here now. We got the opening tip, B-ball bouncing. Just got through the trade deadline last week. Everybody's where they need to be now. Had some different trades going on as well. But the main thing, the blockbuster trade, James Harden on his way to Philly. Ben Simmons on his way to Brooklyn. Blockbuster trade where Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, 2 first-round picks on the way to Brooklyn. To Philly, they get James Harden and Paul Millsap. Yo, let's analyze the trade real quick, okay? Here's my thing, all right? Now, I've been very outspoken in regards to James Harden and what he's been doing since he's pretty much been in the league the last couple of years, all right? From Houston to Brooklyn to even now. Here's my thing, okay? James Harden is that superficial girlfriend that is always changing boyfriends every single 6 months to a year. That's really what James Harden is doing. All right. You know, his overall plan all along was for him to get back with Daryl Morey. Okay. They got this whole buddy system. They like this. They like this. You know, when he got off the jet, dap my man up, our plan came together. That's pretty much how it kind of came across, right? You know, when y'all saw the videos of that on IG, okay? Listen, my whole thing is this. Both teams traded one diva for another diva. And if you look at the whole Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode where Aunt Viv, she's about to have Nikki, and then Aunt Vi and everybody, hey, diva! That's
poor diva!
pretty much what these teams have done. They traded the lesser of two divas. Not evils, two divas. That's really pretty much what has happened in this particular trade, okay? For Brooklyn, I give it this. Brooklyn, honestly, to me, they got the better of the deal. They got the younger player in Ben Simmons. They got Andre Drummond to beef up down low for them. And they got Seth Curry, a straight-up knockdown assassin from the outside. Any person with the last name Curry, they're going to be a sniper. Straight up simple, okay? Straight up bow and arrow, bow. Get you out of here. From outside, you pair him up with Patty Mills. Since Joe Harris is going to be out for a while with the ankle injury, still trying to get that situated. You got 2 knockdown shooters from outside to pair with KD and Kyrie whenever they either lift the mandate off in New York or he decides to get the vaccine. But you bring in a guy like Ben Simmons, and if he has his mind right and don't use mental health as his excuse why he didn't want to play for Philly anymore, get up out of here with that.
Well, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
You didn't like what was being said about you. You took your ball, you ran home.
Man, I quit.
You quit? You took your tail between your legs, and you couldn't take the heat that Philly was giving you, Shaq included, and you said, I'm not playing no more. That's what happened. Don't use mental health as your excuse why you didn't want to play. Don't do that. Stop that. Anyway, I digress. Ben Simmons could be the Draymond Green aspect of the Brooklyn Nets. When you got KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons, he's pretty much the Draymond that holds everything all together and helps Brooklyn be a lot more balanced than they were with that three-headed monster of KD, Kyrie, and James Harden, okay? You got Ben Simmons' ability to facilitate the offense, rebound the basketball, lock down defenders, and you got all these different intangibles that he brings to the table. But when the rubber meets the road, you still got to be able to make your free throws and be able to make sure you're putting your team in position to win. That's it. Straight up, okay? My thing is this, and the thing that kind of boggles my mind in reference to this trade, honestly, is Philly had, came into this like, hey, we want 2 first-round picks for Ben Simmons. Then y'all end up giving up 2 first-round picks for Ben Simmons. Yo, make it make sense. Make it make sense to me, okay? I'm just not understanding that. But listen, on the other side for Philly, that James Harden and Joel Embiid pick and roll. You want to talk about nightmares? You want to talk about nightmares? Yo, that's a nightmare. You got pick your poison. What you want to do, right? You got James Harden run off the pick, with Joel Embiid. All right, and we're going to roll with Joel, and then we're going to leave James Harden open. Or, we're going to commit to James Harden. He's going to dump it off Joel. He's having an MVP type season, and right now he probably would win the MVP right now if the season stopped right now. Okay, that's just my pick right now as we speak. But yo, that's gonna be. How do you stop that? How really do you stop that? That performance against the Bucks before the All-Star break, my man had 45. He went to the locker room, came back, taped up his wrist, said, "All right, yo, coach, I'm ready to go." And my man went straight. NBA Jam, NBA Ballers, NBA 2K with 99 rating, went crazy on the Bucks, okay? So you add that and James Harden together, bro, I don't even know how the league's going to be able to stop that. But all things included, we got to see how this all meshes out on both sides of the ball with Brooklyn and Philly to see who actually won the trade. But listen, what say you? Who won the Philly-Brooklyn trade? In regards to Ben Simmons and James Harden, leave your comments in the show notes, and your boy will get back to you on that on next week's show. Let's shift gears. Let's go from East out to the West. We're going out to the Cali, straight Cali, West Coast, and everything. We're going out to Cali. We got to talk about the Lakers, okay? Well, we don't have to talk about the Lakers, but there was some history that was made last week. LeBron James became the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, combining his regular season and the postseason numbers. And the whole debate really with LeBron is, he's the greatest of all time. I'm not one of those people that are down for that. I'm just not. Most of the people in my generation, the millennials, like, yo, LeBron's the greatest of all time. I ain't that. That's just not me. Maybe I'm a little bit too old school. Maybe that's just that for me, but he ain't my GOAT. He might be y'all king, but he ain't my king.
Is this your game?
Not at all. Okay? He's still doing some crazy, ridiculous, dumb things at the age of 37. Third in the NBA in scoring at 29 points per game. Still putting up gaudy numbers in regards to rebounding and assisting the basketball. He's still playing at a very elite status that really, at the age of 37, he has no business actually doing. The fact that the Lakers are as terrible as they are, and they're in 9th place in the West, and the fact that LeBron has pretty much carried the team, it says a lot about him, but I'm not ready to put him in that whole category of being the best of all time, the greatest of all time. If I had a Mount Rushmore in NBA history, it would go like this. If I had a Mount Rushmore, this would be mine. I got Mike, I got Kobe, I got a tie for third between Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell. And Oscar Robertson would be in my top 4 of Mount Rushmore in NBA history. Oh my gosh, you done left out Shaq and you done left out some. Yeah, I mean, that's just for me. That's just me. Oscar Robertson changed the game in regards to basketball that nobody really talks about because Russell Westbrook has pretty much overexceeded that in regards to triple doubles. The game had to change because of Oscar Robinson's ability to score the basketball, rebound the basketball, and facilitate to his teammates. Wilt Chamberlain changed the game because nobody could handle him down low. Bill Russell again changed the game of basketball because of his defensive prowess. You got Mike, you got Kobe. I mean, I don't have to say anything more about any of that. At the end of the day, that's to me is my Mount Rushmore in NBA history. When you think about the collective, what they were able to do and how they changed the game. That's my mindset in regards to who is on my Mount Rushmore in NBA history. LeBron is great, but to me, he's not the greatest of all time. What say you? Who is on your Mount Rushmore in NBA history? In NBA history. Yo, another little sidebar. Stephen A. brought up the fact that the Lakers should think about trading Anthony Davis. I brought it up about 2 months ago. Y'all probably should look into trading Anthony Davis. My man is fragile. He like glass. He break every other week. Y'all might want to see what y'all can get from him now, so that y'all won't waste any more years of LeBron's potential to still play at an MVP type level. Y'all not get rid of Russell Westbrook. He gonna be the thorn in your side. He's gonna make sure he pick up that $47.3 million player option, because nobody else giving him that type of money. Straight up, okay? That's all I got. Y'all might want to look into trading Anthony Davis to see what y'all can get from him in the off season. But who's on your Mount Rushmore? Leave your comments in the show notes, and I'll be sure to make sure I get back to those questions on next week's show. Let's go ahead and discuss that. Who's on your Mount Rushmore, all right? Last thing before I get on up out of here in regards to the opening tip, man, listen, I got some dark horse teams that could potentially make a run to the NBA Finals. First things first, let's go to the East, okay? The Cleveland Cavaliers are in 4th place in the Eastern Conference. 4th place, they got a plethora of young guys like, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Darius Garland. You bring in Karis LeVert. You got in wily veterans of Kevin Love, Rajon Rondo, and you got a team and you got a nucleus of young guys that are hungry and they're playing with house money right now. I mean, who expected Cleveland to be 4th in the Eastern Conference right now? Who? Raise your hand. Nobody? Yeah, me either. 4th place in the Eastern Conference, and this team could be a dangerous team to get to the Eastern Conference Finals when all is said and done. Out West, a team that could make a run? Possibly. I would say Memphis, but the way Luka has been playing ever since Kristaps Porzingis has left, I don't know. Dallas might have a little something going on there. I don't know. Just saying. Luka put everything together. You know, Brunson's been playing great ball. You just signed Dorian Finney-Smith to that extension. Yo, this team, they got a lot of moving pieces. You got some guys that want to make them, want to make a name for themselves. Dallas could be possibly a little bit of a dark horse candidate in the Western Conference as well. Of course, you got to think about Memphis and think about Ja. Right now, they're in 3rd place right now. Yo, they could easily make a run to the finals if everything fell into place in the Western Conference. Those are a couple of the teams that I got my eye on that could make a dark horse run in the NBA to possibly towards the Eastern or Western Conference Finals. That's just what I got to say about that. All right. So listen, we're going to take a quick time out, y'all. When we come back, we got the trivia question of the day. We got moving the chain. We're going to talk some NFL. Even though the season is over, we still got a lot to talk about. Y'all make sure y'all come on back, grab a snack, grab something to drink, and make sure y'all come back with your boy on the other side. This is the Champions Lounge. All right, family, welcome back inside the Champions Lounge with your boy Kyle Turner, man. Listen, as always, I appreciate you guys' continued support of the product that is the Champions Lounge. I need you to follow us on IG at _champions_lounge, where you'll find us on Instagram. Also, follow and please subscribe to the YouTube channel that is the Champions Lounge as well. Need to get our subscribers up, because make sure we got to keep on building over here. Because we building over here, because we ain't regular over here, okay? We making sure we build this thing brick by brick, day by day, week by week, making sure we take over around here. Because listen, I promise you, We're going to give you that barbershop talk and make sure you leave with that champion's walk, all right? So listen, without further ado, let's get into the trivia question of the day, because we can't go forward without going back. And with that being said, it's time for the trivia question of the day. So, what was the first known poem written by an African American? Since this is Black History Month, we got the Black History Month trivia question of the day. Who and what was the first known poem written by an African American? Y'all sit, ponder, and marinate on that for a second, and we'll be sure to get into the Black History Month trivia question of the day right before we get into Stop Playing. Alright? So listen, it's that time of the show where I need you to go down the sideline, catch the deep ball, make sure your toes are touching before you go out of bounds. It's time for that time of the show where it's time for you to move the chains. Listen, y'all, we got moving the chains. We just had Super Bowl 56 in the books. Had a classic showdown between the LA Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. Game going down to the wire. Aaron Donald come through in the clutch to seal the game for the LA Rams to get their second title in, team history. They won their first championship in St. Louis with the greatest show on turf. 22 years later, they win another title in LA. LA's turning into title town with the Lakers, you got the Dodgers, and now you got the Rams winning the Super Bowl. So, where does that leave the Rams moving forward? Okay, you got all these rumors of Aaron Donald possibly retiring. Even Coach Sean McVay possibly retiring, going to a booth for Monday Night Football. You know, you got OBJ, you got Von Miller, you got both of these guys being free agents. Can this team run it back? That's the main question that a lot of us have in regards to, you think about a team winning and then you start thinking about, could this team be a dynasty? I'm not sure about this particular LA Rams team. I'm not. They got a lot of different moving pieces. They went all in this year. They still got some cap issues that they got to deal with, moving forward to try to make sure this team can actually make another run for possibly another NFL title. You got to see what you can do with OBJ, how you can try to bring back Von Miller, restructure some things. But we'll see if the Rams actually have the tools necessary to try to run this thing back, especially Matt Stafford. Seeing what he was able to accomplish, going out to LA in his first year and winning a Super Bowl after 13 abysmal seasons in Detroit. We had Eminem on the Super Bowl halftime show. His palms were sweaty, his knees were weak, being in Detroit. He goes to LA, go out to the sunny LA, and my man wins the title. But he still got some haters out there.
We got over here a couple of haters.
There were Richard Sherman being like, he's not really a Hall of Fame quarterback. But if Matthew Stafford found a way to run it back with LA again, would he potentially be a Hall of Fame player or Hall of Fame quarterback? That's the question. Has Matthew Stafford done enough to be a Hall of Fame quarterback? What say you? Leave your comments in the show notes, and your boy will be back to you in regards to that question on next week's show. Let's shift some gears. We had the NFL award ceremony as well for 2022 in the Hall of Fame class, but there was no Devin Hester. There was no love for Andre Johnson. And that's a bit appalling. What Devin Hester was able to do during this time in the league, being a kick returner, a premier kick returner. And Andre Johnson, my man was a straight monster for the Houston Texans for a very long time. And for them to be excluded off the Hall of Fame class of 2022 is a bit strange, to say the least. You got guys like Richard Seymour on this class, along with other deserving guys. But for, Andre Johnson, what he was able to accomplish throughout his career, Devin Hester, what he meant to the Chicago Bears and them actually getting to Super Bowl against the New Orleans Saints that particular year. Yeah, my man, anytime you kick the ball, when you have the ability to have the other team be like, we're not kicking to him, we better not kick to him. That's what Devin Hester brought to the table when he played in the NFL. So I'm like, no love for him? That's crazy. When you think about NFL awards, Aaron Rodgers runs it back-to-back MVP, Cooper Kupp Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, come on. My man led the league in receiving yards, touchdowns, and yards. And receptions. Receptions, touchdowns, and yards. What more do I got to say? I mean, you got Micah Parsons winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. You got Jamar Chase easily winning Offensive Rookie of the Year as well. You know, Joe Burrow winning Comeback Player of the Year. I mean, I know he's pretty sick that he wasn't able to get his team over the hump to win the NFL title, the Super Bowl. But listen, this Cincinnati Bengals team, to take a side note, this Cincinnati Bengals team is going to be a force to be reckoned with. They have to shore up the offensive line this offseason, period. They have enough cap space to make sure Joe Burrow can stay upright moving forward. I think they have like $45 million in cap space. This team is a surefire, solid offensive line away from potentially winning an NFL title. 51 sacks, 19 sacks in the postseason, both the most by any quarterback to get to a Super Bowl. He needs some help. He needs an offensive line that's willing to make sure he's protected. Plain and simple. What he was able to orchestrate with the fact that he lacked a serious offensive line is amazing. So get Joe Burrow offensive line, Cincinnati, and you will have an NFL title really soon. All right. Quick side note, just had some news from the NFL as well that Brian Flores has signed on with the Pittsburgh Steelers to become their new linebackers coach. So that's good news for Brian Flores. I talked a little bit about, the possibility of him being blackballed on the Dallas City Brown Show. Please go to the Dallas City Brown Show on YouTube as well. Follow my guy, follow my brother, and make sure you follow him as well. Listen, more content is to come. Follow his page. It's going to be great. You will be entertained. I promise you. Okay. We talked a little bit about that on his show, in regards to Brian Flores and the possibility of him being blackballed because of the whole situation with him suing the NFL. It's good to see him have a job, but I'm pretty sure the work is still not done in regards to what the NFL needs to do to make sure diversity in the workplace, especially in the head coaching positions, is a more prominent issue that's being dealt with from the front office to the owners, and making sure like the best candidate, if it is a person of color, then they get the opportunity and see what happens. Just see what happens. That's all we can even ask for in this particular case. So congratulations to Brian Flores for becoming the new linebackers coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll see where everything falls moving forward in this situation, in this case against the NFL. We're going to take another timeout, family. When we come back, we got my favorite part of the show with Stop Playing. Y'all make sure y'all stop playing. Recess will be over shortly, and it's time for more on the other side. This is Champions Zone, baby. Yeah. What's good with you, family? Welcome back inside the Champions Zone with your boy Kyle Turner. I'm Mr. All About My Biz. I'm still out here handling my biz so I can take care of my future kids, man. I'm just trying to leave a legacy. I'm just trying to leave something that my future kids can be proud of. They're like, yo, Daddy, you did all that? You did that podcast? Yo, that was dope. Yeah, I just want all of that. One day soon, maybe. I don't know. Whatever the Lord decides in regards to that, man. I'm just trying to leave my mark on the world any way I can. And whatever the purpose is that God has given and graced me to be able to do, okay? Listen, I need you guys to like, comment, and share this podcast. Share it with everybody. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button when the Champions Zone gets on, because I promise you, man, we out here trying to be fearless, focused, and ferocious so that we can be mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and psychologically prepared to make sure we champion this thing called life, because we ain't regular around here, okay? We're going from good to great to elite, and that's the only status that matters right here on the Champions Zones, all right? So listen, let me go ahead and drop you guys the trivia, the Black History Month trivia question of the day at that. And the answer to the Black History Black History trivia question of the month is Lucy Terry is credited with writing the first ever known poem by African American called Bar Fights. In 1746, she was enslaved in Rhode Island before she married a free black man at the age of 26, and she would go on to write several other poems to come, but she is credited with being the first African American anyway, to be credited with writing the first poem. I'm pretty sure there's been more. There were so many more different people that wrote books in regards to poems, but she is credited with writing the first poem by African American. So big time shout out to Lucy Terry for her paving the way for other different people that love to write poetry. You talk about hip hop, you talk about R&B, you talk about songs, etc., ballads. Lucy Terry, we give you flowers where flowers are due today, right here on the Champions Zones. All right, so let's get right into it. It's my favorite part of the show, man, where, listen, you're going to get the good, you're going to get the bad, and you're going to get the funny. It's time for Stop Playing. Let's go to number 5. We go to number 5, and, you know, Philly, they got James Harden, you know, they made some moves as well. But so that means some other guys had to step up. So Paul Reed, you know, he was like, hey, no Ben Simmons. You need a defensive stopper. I got to fill in for the role of Embiid when he gets off the floor. Paul Reed thought he could, you know, he could really read the passing lanes and fly a little bit. But Paul Reed forgot that I don't got my PF Flyers on. And unfortunately, Paul Reed found a way to be on Shaqtin' the Fool, or in this case, Stop Playing, with this particular play where he just didn't have enough lift off to be able to finish this play.
Talk about that all the time. Think about a defender. You don't. Oh, nice steal.
Here comes Paul Reed. B-ball Paul left it short. Got a little too clever there. And then he's going to get called for the foul, and that looked...
With that, all that being said, Paul Reed, yo, come on, man. Stop playing. You got to make sure if you're going to get the steal, you got to finish off with the reverse at the end. Come on, man. But that's why you come in. Number 5 on this week, Stop Playing. Let's go to number 4. Going to number 4, OBJ. Oh, my goodness. Odell Beckham Jr. Bro, you became a meme. Plain and simple. I mean, that whole ugly cry after winning the Super Bowl, bro. Your face, your facial expressions. Come on, man. Stop playing.
Odell Beckham Jr., even though he's in civvies at the end, big first half, he gets a ring.
I understand the emotion. You got it with that, man. You do. But, yo, you can't be looking all crazy out here like that in regards to just the ugly cry. And the fact that the cameraman, you had the audacity to zoom in on this man. After that, yo, you wrong too. But, yo, OBJ, come on, man. Come on, man. Stop playing, yo. Come on, bro. Stop playing. Yo, fix your face. Fix your face. I'm just saying. All right, let's go to number 3. Number 3, yo, Luka Doncic, the Don. Yo, he's been rocking the crown lately, man. The last 4 games, my man been going straight fuego. Straight fuego. I mean, dropping 40, 45 numbers, 51 numbers. But on this particular game, my man dropped a career high 51, and he would not be denied after Kristaps Porzingis got up out of Dallas on this particular day.
Still gives me nightmares, man. That was not fun.
But then Luka has put Zubac in the blender more than once when you think about past matchups. Zubac with a score inside and left alone for way too long. Norman Powell committing a foul, and so 3 team fouls on the Clippers in the first quarter. Luka gave it up, got it right back into the shot clock. Bye-bye to Zubac and the giant killer.
To those guys that are in the lineup right now, I think all of it is set up by this guy right here.
And this guy right here is doing some damage. He's been his MO in first quarters as of late. And another big one tonight. 8th straight game where he's just been absolutely outstanding in the first quarter. Averaging over 15 points per game this season. Here is Luka once again against Zubac, just absolutely torturing him. In the second segment of our broadcast tonight, and then there are nights when he is just a splendid scorer. And tonight is one of those nights. The Luka magic is showing out. Good screen set by Josh Green. Green will catch the alley-oop. Hartenstein is at the scores table ready to come into the game for the Clippers. Now Luke Kennard, no foul was called. He had his hands all over him, and it still didn't keep him out of the paint as Luka scores on the floater inside. A front row seat for the Luka show. Oh my. Oh my! Three-pointer number 6 from way downtown. He said in the postgame interview with us he was mad that he missed the 9th one. And it is Luka. And he puts the defense in a world of hurt again. They're chasing with Zubac.
Get back to him. There it is.
And there it is. 7 threes made in the first quarter. He'll opt for the drive to the basket and flips it in. And what will he do here? He's in a tough spot, but he finds Kleba. He's ready to let her rip. This year, 6 points and a rebound for him tonight. Bank catch, Kleba, nice little pump fake, an easy layup. Coming for the ball as Dwight Powell gives it to him. Third quarter is underway, and it's Powell catching from Luka and scoring inside.
Did a good job closing out that time, under control against Bullock.
Late in the shot clock. Hello, Linda.
Absolutely.
Rim, and that sets up everything else in his game.
And I think he plays bigger. Oh, that's like a long tell. The scouting report on Reggie is to close out.
2 more for Luka in the first quarter. He missed that attempt. Here's Green, here's Luka, and there's 41 points.
He needs to be, and you got to think with a guy like Luka creating the havoc that he does, there's going to be a lot of shots.
More havoc, force of the game for Nick Batum, who was 4 for 4 before that.
Oh, yeah,
Right dish. It's good. Reggie Bullock. And clawing and grabbing.
Trying to shake loose his skill.
Luka tried to draw foul. No foul called, but it's just a smooth move to the cup for 49 points. That very, very short list. And now, to make this a 7-point lead with 40 seconds left. Dirk had 53.
Yo, Luka Doncic, the step back on point, the evolutionized Larry Bird in a way with the shot, the way his shot is set up. Yo, Luka Doncic, bro, stop playing. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go to number 2 though. Going to number 2 on this week's Stop Playing. It's a little old, but I gotta go with Double D. DeMar DeRozan. He's in the MVP candidate as well. He's trying to enter the chat right now for MVP. Chicago is in love with him. And, you know, before he actually got to Chicago, it was so many people saying it was one of the worst deals in free agency. Why would Chicago pair him up with Zach LaVine? DeMar DeRozan said, shut up and let my play do the talking. And on this particular play, Jakob Hurdle got the Jakob on top of his head on this play.
Told you they're the best scoring bench in the NBA. They're already halfway to their average. DeRozan pulls the moves up. Passes, but
watch this dunk right here. Watch your hands, Portal. Woo! My goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're gonna go with the poster. My poster machine. Oh, Jacob Porter. There you go. It's your Kodak moment.
Hey, yo, DeMar DeRozan, come on, man. You straight in your Gucci bag on that. You get to the cup and then Get it on top of Jakob Hurdle. You can't be doing your old teammates like that. Come on, man. DeMar DeRozan coming in at number 2 on this week. Stop playing. But coming in at number 1, Joel Embiid. We talked about him a little bit earlier. But, yo, he had a moment. R. Kelly had a song, I Believe I Can Fly. Joel Embiid said, I Embiid, I can fly, over top of Jarrett Allen. And Afro Thunder Power could do nothing in regards to the Cameroon power that Joel Embiid brought on this particular play.
He and his game are.
Niang, the offensive rebound. Embiid! Clear some space on the wall, kids!
Listen, I'm saying nothing.
Joel Embiid, I Embiid, I can fly. I Embiid, I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Yo, straight Joel Embiid. Come on, bro. Stop playing. You did not have to do Jarrett Allen that dirty. Come on, man. But that's why you, my guy, are coming in at number 1 on this week. Stop playing. All right. Listen, we're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we got the championship speech of the week. So let's go ahead and get you mentally zoned in. Let's get locked in. Okay. Like my man Lethal Shooter would say. Let's get locked in. Let's get dialed in. Y'all come on back. It's time for more on the other side. This is the Champions Lounge, baby. Yo, what's good with you people, man? I appreciate you guys riding this thing out with your brother, your chill brother from another, Mr. All About My Biz. Still out here handling my biz so I can take care of my future kids, man. It's been another great episode of the Champions Lounge, man. I need you guys, I'm telling you. Let's build this thing up day by day, one day at a time. Let's help one another, build each other up, especially with it being Black History Month. Yes, Black History is every day. I don't want to leave anything out in regards to our history and what we bring to the table in regards to us being, for me anyway, as an African-American man. So I want to bring this disclaimer in there. Like, listen, let's strive to do a better job of building one another up. If you got a podcast, you got a business, or whatever the case might be, this is the opportunity to build one another up, okay? So listen, with that being said, yo, go to IG, support Weezy's Tees, support my pastor, Weezy's Tees. If you need shirts for Black History Month, go find her on IG at Weezy's Tees. Support Black business. Also, if you need help in regards to your home and installation, because it's still a little cold out here, you still got the snow and blow and all that other good stuff going on, talk to my man, Michael Handy, my bishop, Michael Handy on installation, guys. Find him anyway, on Angie's list as well. If you need real estate help, talk to my good people. You got Tiasha Matthews, you got James Reddick, and you got Reggie Brown. Follow them on their Instagram page and also on their Facebook page as well if you need help trying to find your home, your next home, okay? Listen, it's all about love here, man. Shed the love and spread the love right here on the Champions Lounge, all right? So listen, I need you guys to get zoned in, get locked in. It's that time of the show where we become fearless, focused, and ferocious so that we can be mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and psychologically prepared to be willing to fight off our different demons and make sure we get to our plan that we have for the week to come. It's time for the championship speech of the week. So we got the championship speech of the week, and this week we want to talk about think oven, not microwave. We live in a society where, everything has to be microwavable. Everything has to be instantaneous. Now, I was talking to my father. We talked a little bit about this on the Dallas City Brown show as well, and I kind of get on myself a lot. I'm big on being super critical of myself all the time, a little too much sometimes. Anybody else like that except me? I know I'm not alone. But anyway, he was like, yo, son, you're building this thing up. You're building your podcast up. But I need you to do this thing. I need you to think oven, not microwave. And it almost made me think about, Rome wasn't built in one day. And we get so stuck in our mind where we think like, we have to get it. And it's going to get there. Making the little steps towards becoming better is all that you need to do. So this is just a disclaimer for us, and including myself. Like, yo, let that cake bake. You know how it was, them old school folk, when they had them toothpicks in the cake and stuff, and then when they pulled it out, they knew, and it was dry, they knew it was ready. That's similar to what you are building. You're becoming a greater man or a greater woman, whatever the case might be in your business and whatever that you are aspiring to become. Yo, take your time. Make sure you got the cake in there. You make sure you put them little toothpicks in there. You pull that toothpick out and it's still a little wet. You put it back in there. It ain't ready yet. It ain't ready yet. But listen, it ain't like it's never going to get to that point. You will become successful. You will get to that point where you will receive that break. But at the same time, you got to let that thing bake. That means in the meantime, there still needs to be a level of consistency and discipline that you bring to the table. One of my mantras is discipline plus determination will get you to your destination. Discipline plus determination will get you to your destination, whatever it might be for you. So this is a reminder for all of us. Yo, think oven, not microwave. And we're definitely going to make sure that cake bake so that when that cake come out, it's perfectly cut. We can perfectly cut that thing up and it can be good for our soul. All right. Listen, it's your chill brother from another content again, signing out for another episode of the Champions Lounge. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button at the Champions Lounge on YouTube. I better find y'all there, and I better make sure that subscribe list go up. I mean up, like straight up. All right. So listen, until next time, y'all be easy out here. Y'all make sure y'all be safe. And until next time, it's your chill brother from another signing out. Yo, peace.